is here now, and you've been digging into a new report that is looking into the pressures on our coasts and oceans.
That's right. The Ministry for the Environment and StatsNZ have pulled together all the latest info we have, and some of it is alarming. 219,000 homes are in flood-prone areas. That's $180 billion in assets. By the year 2060, 1,300 homes along the coast could face major damage from those extreme events. And natural defences like wetlands, dunes and native plants that protect us from flooding and erosion are being lost, all while warmer waters are attracting non-native marine species such as calliope. Hundreds of these species have entered New Zealand seas in recent years and made them home. But some good news today. $11.9 million towards the country's first large-scale climate adaptation research program. Rising seas, stronger storms and longer droughts are already costing New Zealand billions. Now a new $11.9 million research program wants to reduce that bill.
The aim of the program is to really kind of close the gap between understanding risk, understanding the impacts and implications of climate change, and moving the needle from decisions to actually implementing these actions on the ground.
Dr. Nicholas Craddock-Henry says programs that are currently working well will be embraced.
What we're trying to do is to take all of the adaptation plans that have been done around the country for a range of hazards in coastal settings to sea level rise, various adaptation plans for sectors such as kiwi fruit and the dairy industry, and actually turn those plans into actions.
He says recent disasters show the cost of inaction.
Something like Cyclone Gabrielle, which cost on the order of $3 billion. How can we sort of, in a way, future-proof some of those industries, some of those locations, such that when the next extreme event happens, we don't face such severe losses?
But it's not just the economy at risk. In a new briefing, experts outlined the harm climate change is doing to human health.
We are now looking very closely at the effects of heat in New Zealand, and we find that it does bring harmful effects for human health, even the relatively modest increases in temperature that we see in New Zealand.
But while the evidence strengthens, he says it isn't being acted on.
At a time when we know more than ever about climate change and the reason why it's a health issue, as well as an economic issue, a security issue, a food issue. At the same time, the action that's required, the government's turning away from that. So we're heading on the wrong track.
Meanwhile, Dr. Nicholas Craddock-Henry says he will see outcomes before the program's end.
Even within the first year, that we'll be able to sort of point to some of the key barriers that are delaying adaptation action and come up with solutions moving on from year 2.
Many local councils are on board so learnings can be put into practice, building resilience for communities before the next climate shock hits.